Alright, everyone, welcome back. Today, or whatever it is for you tonight, we're going to be looking at creating a trading journal. This is something that, in my personal opinion, is one of the most important parts of trading. It is what turned my trading around. As I mentioned in some of the previous videos, I've been trading binary options for about 4 years. I really didn't. The first year, I was not successful at all, and it wasn't due to the fact that I couldn't trade. It was due to the fact that I was making stupid decisions, and I had no way of seeing what I was doing. A trading journal really turned it around for me. What it showed me was that I was making good trades, but I had really crappy money management, that I just was not doing anything right with my money management, and that's what was holding me back. Once I corrected that, then I became successful at trading binary options, and for the last 3 years I've been doing pretty well at it. So let's take a look. First, the warning, as usual. Oh lord, that's going to be annoying. That's the alerts on my MT4 going off. I'll turn them off here in a second. Anyway, currency trading offers amazing profit potential, includes large risk. Also, before you get started, make sure to consider your goals, objectives, trading experience, and risk appetite. Never trade with money you can't afford to lose. In other words, don't trade with your rent money or your car payment. Make sure it's disposable income, I guess is a good word for it. Other than that, let's get to it. You should have had time to read the long, boring statement here anyway. Okay, so a trading journal. One common trait among successful traders is the use of a trading journal. Many think of a trading journal as nothing more than a log of transactions, but an effective trading journal can help one evaluate and educate themselves on trading. A trading journal can help you determine your strengths and weaknesses and biases by providing you daily input on your trading. One great thing or bad really depends on your trading, is that it provides you with instant readings on how good or bad you are doing, so you're getting constant feedback. That feedback can be good or bad for you, because if you're having a bad day, it can really affect your mental outlook. We're going to get into that at the end of the video after I show you how to create a journal, but just wanted to mention it. Again, successful trading is hard to do. In my opinion, it's not really getting the consistency portion down of it. Figuring out how to trade and getting above that 60% mark, but it's the mental aspect of it. Most people fail because of the mental aspect of it. So a trading journal is just another tool to help you look at how you're trading and to help you succeed. Some common things you should have in your trading journal, and these are just what I use in mine personally, not what you have to have in there. Mine is very, at this point, I've gotten money management down, so I don't have it in there, but let's go through it and see what some common things as a new trader I will suggest you have. The time and date of the trade. Reason being is, with the time and date, you will be able to see patterns that, let's say you're a technical trader, that from 7 to 8 a.m. every day your system doesn't do very well. So you probably wouldn't notice that unless you have a journal, and then you look over the last 3 weeks and you say, God, from 7 to 8 o'clock, I really don't do well. Maybe I should avoid trading at those times. Of course, you're going to want the asset you traded. Just basically, that's the pair or indices or commodity that you traded. You want the outcome of the trade, whether it was ITM, OTM, ATM. Now this gets into a little bit more. A brief reason for the trade. Basically, you write why you took the trade. Money management info is key when you're starting out. You really want that, because if you're hitting 60% and you're not making money, you're doing something wrong, and you want that to stare you in the face. I'll take a minute there, because that was my biggest failure. It's not going to be everyone's, but it was definitely my biggest failure. I was hitting damn near 75%, and I wasn't making money because my money management was ridiculous. I was doing stupid things with my money, and to be honest, I mean, I was an idiot. Now looking back on it, I can see it, but it didn't hit me until I started using a trading journal. And the last thing that I really recommend is a screenshot of the trade. I'm going to show you how to take a screenshot that won't bog down your hard drive. It'll be stored up in the cloud, basically on the internet. It is totally anonymous, so there'll be no information linked to you about it, so it's totally safe and secure. Okay, moving on. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need, if you don't have it, is a Gmail account. So if you don't have one, just run over to www.gmail.com and you can sign up for one. It's fast, easy. I don't get paid for you going there. It's just an easy way to create the journal. Okay, so let's get into it on how to create the journal. Let me exit out of this. I'm going to jump to my email. Okay, so this is my email. Lovely, I know. Up at the top here, you're going to see a little bunch of squares. If you hold your mouse over it, it will say apps. And then you would want to go to Drive. Once you're in the Drive, you're going to want to create, and you're going to create a form. Now we'll wait for that to come up. So this is going to come up. Show progress at the bottom of form pages. Yeah, why not? I've never tried that one. That's a new addition to this. So untitled form, you can do... I'll just do this. Brian's Trading Journal. Description, you don't have to put it in there, but you can if you want. Okay, so next it's going to get into questions. Questions title. So the first thing that you want, and in my opinion, is I put in the pair, or you can type asset. Help text, I don't use it. It is not multiple choice. It is going to be a text box. And right here it says their answer. Required question. You don't have to put this in. This means that it won't let you save the form or complete the form until this is actually answered. But skip it, whatever. Do not hit done. Next thing you're going to do is... I didn't spell trading journal right. Woo-hee. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is add an item. And so we'll go with R-E-S-U-L-T, result. Question type, we'll make it multiple choice. And option 1 will be ITM. Click here. We'll do ATM. And click here, OTM. Okay, so now so far we have the asset, whether we won or lost on it. And if we go back to the presentation, let's see what else do we want on there. So we have the asset. The time and date will automatically be placed on there. A brief reason for the trade. So if we go into it, our next one would be add item. And it's just like it says, reason for trade. Now on this one, we're going to do paragraph text. That will give us a little bit longer, so you can enter in there a little bit more. Money management. We can do text there, or you can make it whatever you want, but a text box should be sufficient. What I normally do is I just put the amount in there /balance. I'll show you what I mean by that in a bit. And the last thing we're going to want to do, we have the brief reason, money management, and a screenshot of the trade. So for a screenshot, pretty easy. We're just going to do add item, and it's going to say screenshot. We can keep that as text. We don't need paragraph. And it's done. So confirmation page down here at the bottom, show link to submit another response. Definitely have that. Publish and show a public link to form results. Don't need that. Allow respondents to edit responses after submitting. You can mark that if you think you're going to type something in wrong, but you're going to have a link to the spreadsheet anyway, so you really don't need it. Okay, so once that is done, what do? All you have to do is go up here to go to View and Live Form. We'll take a look at what it looks like. So pretty simple. So let's say asset was USD/JPY. It was a bad one. OTM, reason for the trade. Let's say weekly S1 and overbought, oversold. Money management, my account balance was $250 and I did a $10 trade. And screenshot. Okay, so for screenshot, here's what we'd do. And this is USD JPY. You right click on the screen if these alerts would shut up. Let me turn off the alerts real quick. That's kind of annoying. Well, I can't turn them off, but I'll turn off the noise at least. Okay, so let's say this was the trade right here. We have 2 of them lined up that were already marked. All you have to do is save as picture, active chart as is, and when you hit OK, now my freaking Firefox was messing up earlier, so hopefully it won't. It crashed. But anyway, right here up top you copy this. Now you can do this once you've entered into the trade. You have 5. If like me, I'm a 5-minute trader. So once I've entered into the trade, the first thing I do is jump to my journal, make my journal entry of the trade. On the form itself, I don't mark ITM, OTM, but I grab everything else. And the screenshot, you just paste it there. Wait for the trade to complete, and we can do OTM, ATM, ITM. If you want the completed trade there, you can do screenshot and mark it. All you have to do now is hit submit. And it says your trading journal response has been there, and submit another response. All you have to do then is click here, and we're back to it. Okay, so let's put here, publish a link to form results. So let's go ahead and put a publish and show a public link to form results. And I'll show you what the difference is there. So let's close this up, and let's go into view, and let's go to live form again. And this time we'll say it's EUR, Euro, USD. Good one. And it's overbought, oversold, Bollinger Bands breach, daily high, money management again, 250.10, and screenshot. So let's get a USD screenshot. Here's Euro USD. Again, we just right click, save as picture, active chart as is, click on OK. And my Firefox is going to mess up. Shockwave keeps crashing on me today. I don't know why. I guess I'll have to reload it. You'll copy. If it's not going to be a jerk for me, it looks like it's going to be. Okay, but anyway, you're going to copy the address. You go back to your handy dandy trading journal. And for this one, all we'd have to do is sit and wait. Hit submit. Now, by adding that second check mark in, we can see previous responses or submit another. If we go to see previous responses, it's going to bring up this right here. So it creates a nice little happy graph for you. OTM, ITM, I'm running 50% right now. And here's my reasons for trade, money management. Now if we go to view all responses, it takes us to the actual spreadsheet. So what we have here is it automatically creates a timestamp for us. So these trades were taken 9:24, one at 10:50, and one at 10:51. There's our asset, results, the reason for the trade, money management, and what do we have here? Click the link. And here's our chart. So we can go back in and review our trades. Pretty simple. If you want to see what one looks like, more of a... This is from someone else. Give me a sec, I'll bring it. God, I can't talk. So this is what one looks like that's been used for quite a while. This one was started back in July. And this is what he decided he was going to put on it. Again, link to the trade. And this is all the way back in July, but there's the chart from back in July. Nothing saved on your hard drive, nice and easy. Makes life simple for you to review. So that is pretty much on how to set it up. Now, so let's get a little more in depth on, again, why you'd want to use one. One thing to remember is that a trading journal is supposed to be a way for you to, I guess, recode your way of trading or thinking and find any good or bad patterns that will help you improve your trading. Your trading journal is going to be kind of a personal thing. By using it and reviewing it, it will help you to develop as a trader. Therefore, you should record anything you find relevant. For instance, I've seen people include things about the mood they were in for the day, what they thought of the markets for the day. Did they think, oh, the markets are crap, but they had a crap day? Or do they think the markets are good and they had a crap day? Or were the markets bad and they had a great day? Those type of things. You can add any of that in there for the reasons for the trade or mood. So it's really, like I said, it's kind of a personal thing for you. Whatever you think will help you. I do recommend using the bare minimum of what you see on the screen now. Um, Make sure to try with the money management. It should, if you put it on there. But one of the biggest things that will cause you to fail is greed. One of the guys who watched the video said I didn't mention it. Being greedy will cause you. Remember, you're in this to build slow and steady. Even building slow and steady trading binary options is going to build a lot faster than almost any other possible way. You don't get raises once a week. Your bank doesn't return a high interest rate for you. So any tool that you can think of or come up with to give you an edge on developing your skills, I really would recommend using. And a trading journal, as I've said, for me, was what finally pushed me over the edge of from being a lackluster, barely hitting even or hitting red weekly trader to one that I do well now. My trading journal looks basically like these two columns here. I have a timestamp, ITM, OTM. I don't do the reason for the trade and the link to the trade anymore, but what I want to see with my trading is patterns on the times. I started that last year. For the last 2 years, though, I did use a full-blown trading journal. But for me now, I'm down to the timestamp and OTM. If I see 2-3 OTMs in a row, and I notice the times are the same, then I go to the next day, and I see the times are the same, then I take a look at that because I know, well, that might not be a time when I want to trade, because as a technical trader, either I'm not looking at the markets and seeing the market conditions are wrong for trading, or the market conditions, by the way, I'm looking at the market, which this should cause me to review them. They are correct, but the market during this period of time during the day is not working for me. So it's an easy way to spot patterns for me, and I highly recommend it. It's also one of the things, like I said, try to identify if you're feeling greedy, if you're revenge trading. It'll allow you to go back once your mind is clear and look over the day and analyze how you did. It gives you the ability to review each and every trade in an emotion-free, calm manner that might not have been there when you took the trade. So if you can, try to include any insight of what you were thinking at the time, your emotions. Were you pissed off? Did your girlfriend call and piss you off? Did your wife piss you off? Whatever it is. Those type of outside influence will make your decisions less than, I guess you could say, rational. And if you don't write it down, you're not going to be able to look back at it 3 hours after it was done and say, well, gee, that's what caused me to trade like an idiot today. I was just not in the right frame of mind. So, again, I really highly recommend doing a trading journal. It's what turned my trading career around. If you have any questions on how to create a trading journal, leave a comment. If you have any questions on anything so far covered in this series, please just leave a comment, hit me up directly, jump over to the website, and I can help you out. Next up, we're going to be looking at how to open up a broker, or not how to open up a broker, where binary option brokers come from. And then after we figure out where they come from, on selecting a broker, those two are going to go together, and then we're going to move on to actually opening up an account with the broker. Again, guys, remember, this series is designed to everything you need to do before you actually start trading. A lot of people just jump into it, like I've mentioned before, without knowing what they're doing, and of course, they lose their money. So hopefully, by following this series, you should be able to get a little bit of a heads up on what you're going to be expecting and avoid some of the most common pitfalls that people run into when they do start their careers in trading binary options. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video and you have a great day.